Hey there everyone! Happy 2014 since I haven't gotten a chance to say it. So the reason this video took so long to come out, ironically enough, was because I was having a lot of anxiety over filming it. I realized that I was trying to compare myself to a lot of other YouTubers, and that was the reason why no matter how many times I filmed it, I ended up hating it. And once I figured that out, it got a lot easier for me to do this. So I'm just gonna try my best to be myself, and hopefully that'll work out for me. So again, I'm really sorry that this video took so long to come out, and hopefully in the future they won't take so long. So I realized as I was writing the script that covering the whole topic of anxiety in one video is a huge task, and this is way too big of a topic to cover in one video. So I'm going to be definitely breaking this down probably over the course of the next couple of weeks. There'll be some videos in between, but this is definitely going to be something I'll be talking about a lot because it's a huge problem that a lot of people suffer. So this week is just going to break down the basics of what is anxiety. Next week, we're going to talk about panic attacks and coping mechanisms. So without further ado, let's get started. There are a ton of different mental disorders that fall under the umbrella term of anxiety disorders. There's OCD, different phobias, post-traumatic stress disorder, panic disorder, general anxiety disorder, and social anxiety, just to name a few. This video is going to focus primarily on general anxiety disorder and social anxiety. I will be covering the others in future videos, but for the sake of time constraint, we're just going to focus on those for now. Sometimes it's difficult to recognize that you have anxiety. An important thing to understand is that anxiety and depression oftentimes go hand in hand. Symptoms of anxiety can include racing thoughts, a pounding heart, irrational fears, being easily overwhelmed, or panic attacks. Anxiety can be different for everyone, so obviously these symptoms vary a little, but I think it's easy for most people to recognize when their thoughts are irrational or their fears are getting out of control. If this sounds anything like you, there's a really good chance that you have anxiety. With all that being said, what does any of that really mean? Basically, living with anxiety is being afraid of everything. Anxiety is a disorder that causes a lot of irrational thoughts. Things like, I'm going to fail, they're all going to hate me, I'll never be good enough, are really common and usually come from places of insecurity. Anxiety then amplifies that and makes those thoughts really difficult to get rid of. Things that people without anxiety find to be simple, everyday tasks can be a huge ordeal for somebody who's dealing with it. Things like talking on the phone, going to the grocery store, or even scheduling appointments can be incredibly nerve-wracking. Sometimes even things you enjoy doing, like hanging out with friends or participating in a hobby, can cause fear for seemingly no reason at all. Anxiety can manifest through physical symptoms like shortness of breath, dizziness, nausea, stomach pain, or a pounding heart. It manifests as stress on the body, which in serious situations can even lower the immune system or cause things like ulcers. It's serious and needs to be treated that way. Anxiety is not just an excuse not to do things. People who suffer from anxiety really have to struggle to work through their fears and overcome things that are easy and simple for other people. School environments can be especially toxic to people with anxiety. They're bombarded daily with difficult work to accomplish, high expectations by teachers and parents, and judgmental students. For people who have been suffering from anxiety, know that you are not weak for not being able to always handle things that other people seem to do easily. You have an extra hurdle to overcome that they don't, which really makes you incredibly strong. Phew, okay, I think I got through it. That's the basics of what I wanted to cover today. Like I said before, I'm sure there are going to be tons of other anxiety-related videos in the future, but that kind of provides the foundation for what I'm going to want to get into. If you have any specific questions that you need addressed quickly, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, or if you need to be anonymous, feel free to go to my Tumblr, which my inbox is always open for that. As always, thank you guys for listening and for your support. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll be back with you next time. See ya!